Hello, welcome back students. This is Jayalakshmi. Now we are going to discuss about the next topic in the second unit of embedded and real-time system is that ARM Cortex M3 features and its architecture as well as its instruction set, but it is not mentioned in your syllabus. You can learn that also. ARM Cortex M3 processor. This is the architecture, the general architecture, ARM 7 architecture, where the additional features are there. The additional features we are having here is, it's a Harvard bus architecture. It is having 3-stage pipeline with branch speculation. It is having configurable nested vector interrupt controller, NVIC is there, and then it is having wake up interrupt controller, WIC is also there, and it is having extended configurability of debug and trace capabilities, and it is having optional components for specific market requirements like memory protection unit and embedded trace macro cell. You can add that one whenever you are in need. Support for fault robust implementation via configurable observation interface. It is having SIL3 certification also. Okay. It is having physical IP support also. It is provided with power management kit, low power standard cell libraries and memories with the low package, ultra low packages size. The special features of this ARM Cortex is, it is having mixed 16 and 32-bit instructions. It is having unsigned division, signed divisions, but bit field operators, and then with respect to traditional ARM v4 architecture, it does not need any switch over between that 16-bit and 32-bit instruction. You can have both thumb instruction as well as 32-bit ARM instructions also. The important features of this thumb 2, it is having mixed with that 16 and 32-bit one. It is having higher code density and 25% speed improvement over thumb 16. Important features of this one, it is having low gate count with advanced features, and it is having banked stack pointer only. It is having Harvard divide instruction, that is single signed division and unsigned division. It can handle thread modes also. It is having debug states also. It is having interrupt controlled vector architecture. It is having automatic process state saving and restoration for low latency interrupt service routine, entry and exit time, and ARM architecture with BE8 and LE support also. It is having unaligned access also. It is having enhanced interrupt support, that is already we told now. It is having nested vector interrupt controller integrated with the processor for low latency. The memory and peripheral debugs, optional memory protection unit, if you need that one, it will be added with your controller, and the bus interface, it is also provided with the AHP and the VPB, and it is having low cost debug solution, and it is provided with that trace macro cell also. The architecture diagram that already we have discussed now, same as that of ARM 7 controller with the additional features. It is having interrupt controller, vectored interrupt controller, with it is provided with a debug system, tracing macro cell system, and other than that one, it is provided with the register banks. It is shown here. If you need memory protection unit, will be added with this one, and we are having separate code memory and memory for system for peripherals. Private memory also added with that one. That pipelined architecture of your Cortex M3, it is having Harvard architecture, separate instruction and data buses, enable parallel fetch and store. So 3-stage pipeline architecture means opcode fetch, decode and execute units are separately operated. So parallelly you can do 3 operations. Next, processor mode. As we have discussed in that ARM7 architecture, here also we are having 7 modes of basic operating modes. First one is supervisor mode. The controller enter into that supervisor mode when it is reset, when a software interrupt executed. Fast interrupt request entered when higher priority interrupt is raised. Normal interrupt request entered when a low priority interrupt is raised. Abort, when there is a violation, it will enter into that abort mode. Undefined operation used to handle undefined instructions. Then system mode, privileged mode using the same register as user mode, and these two are unprivileged mode, others are privileged mode. User defined mode, when this mode is used under most of the applications on OS are running. Operating modes, that is we are having discussed now. So normal program execution mode and then exception mode. User mode or that normal program execution mode, system resources are unavailable at that time, mode changed by exception only. In exception mode of operation, it entered and upon exceptions, it has full access to system resources. The mode changes freely. Exceptions, what all the exception happen? If you want to divide, if you try to divide a number by 0, that is an exception condition. Like that you may have some exception during your runtime. That time which mode of operation will be executed is explained here. The register used here are R0 to R15 register, general purpose registers, and then you are having special function register. After 31 general purpose registers are there. They are of size 32-bit, 16 visible to users, R0 to R15. Others speed up the exception process. The ARM registers are special role. R14 is used as a link register when there is a shift between the ISR and the normal operation. That time link register is used. R15 is the program counter. R13 is the stack pointer. Next you are having current program status word CPSR, saved program status register 5, saved program status registers are there. These are all some special purpose registers, that is XPSR, program status register. It provides arithmetic and logic processing flags, that is after executing arithmetic and logical operation, what about that output of that operation is stored here. Okay, it may have 0 flag, carry flag, execution status and current executing interrupt number, that will be stored in this one. Then we are having interrupt mask registers. It primary mask register, it disable all other interrupt except the non-maskable interrupt and hard fault. Fault mask, disable all interrupt except the non-maskable interrupt. Base priority mask, disable all interrupts of specific priority level or lower priority level. Then control register, define privilege status and stack pointer selection. This is the memory mapping of your ARM Cortex board. So we are having banked register set. So code memory is different from that. Data memory, static RAM is used there. Peripheral memory is different here. External RAM can be added in this range. So the mapping address is given here. And it is having fast single bit manipulation, 1 megabit to 32 megabit. Last region in static RAM space is given here. You can directly manipulate the bits in this one. Then the instruction set of ARM Cortex. ARM instruction set are divided as data processing instruction, data transfer instruction, block transfer instruction, branching instruction, multiply instruction, then software interrupt instructions. Data processing instruction, arithmetic and logical instructions are coming under this one. 3 address formats is used there. Barrel shifter for operation 2 allows full 32-bit shift within that instruction cycle itself. So data processing instructions are that arithmetic addition, subtraction, and then you are having move and move with the values, comparison. Data processing instruction, after that one logical instruction and or XOR operations are used here. Then we are having shift instruction, conditional codes. Based on the conditional code, it will be shifted with the help of barrel shifter. Then multiply instruction, integer multiplication, long integer multiplication, built-in multiply, accumulate unit, and multiply and accumulate instruction and add product to the running total. MAC will do that one. These are all the instructions for multiplication. And data transfer instructions are given here. Load and store instructions are given here. Then block transfer instruction. Load or store multiple instructions or the block transfer instruction. Hold register bank or subset of register bank is copied with this single instruction. Then swap instruction to move a set of data between two registers are explained here. Exchange a word between the two registers within single operation. Then status register content and then software interrupt are explained here with the help of instructions. Okay, these are all the instruction set. Other than that one, we are having branching instructions. So with that we have concluded that ARM Cortex M3 instructions, and we have discussed about that ARM Cortex architecture also. Thank you. With that we have completed all the topics in the third unit.